Yes, top of the morning, the news by Shanewz, man. You see what it says, man. Shanewz source. How we looking now? I got the board out. We're gonna get to this motion. I want to set up the behind the scenes live also. Give me a second. We working. Smash the like button when you come up in here, man. UGK Underground King. We did it my way. Yes, I did it my way. My way. Look what came up on my what's the name. Yeah. I'm gonna play this though. Hold on. There we go. I use that. UGK, man, Underground King, man. Did it my way. I did it my way. Edit the privacy over here. Public. I use that. UGK, man, Underground King, man. Did it my way. I did it my way. Edit the privacy over here. Public. Yes, hit the like button, man. Top of the source, hit the like button. When you come up in here. There we go, right there. That's perfect, man. All right, I'll move it over here. There you go. That's a better look, right? All right. So now I got both of the joints running. Yeah, man. Let's get right to it, man. It's not looking good for the New York Knicks, but it's not over. 0-2. All right. Best of 7. So, like I said, they got a lot of digging to do. Losing the first 2 games at home is never good. But like I said, it's not over. Anything can happen. The same way they lost 2 at home, they can win 2 on the road. So we just got to be optimistic. But yeah, man, I think that game 1 was up 17 and letting that slip away. They was up at halftime of this game. Just, right now I'll say this for the Knicks, man. They accomplished a lot. But this is still not over. Like I said, anything can happen. Anything can happen, man. Anything can happen. Brunson is still playing great basketball. Touch the beard up a little bit, man. Memorial weekend. Hopefully he can get hot. Well, the Knicks as a unit can get hot and get that first game on Sunday in Indiana, man. We need one. That's all. You got to get one. Get one, and then we'll work on the rest, right? But yeah, man, they just. I think game one kind of messed them up big time because they should have never lost that game. They was there. They was up 17 at one point, and then I wanna play something too from game one, right? And shout out to my boy Debo, right? This right here, the whole game, right? To me, game one, right? I think they blew it, but there was a lot of missed calls as well in game one, right? I'm gonna highlight some things over here while I'm at the desk and I got a little bit of time. Smash the like button, please. Bring the people in from, the guys that love to troll me. Bring them in. Bring all those guys in, especially with my setup. Thank you for that like over there, man. How is the content looking now, right? But yeah, I want to pull something up, right? I was gonna do a video on this, but I'll probably, what I'll do now with the setup that I got now. What I'm gonna do is I'll just edit the video from this, right? But if we go over here, shout out to Calvin Davis too. I'm gonna get to all these guys too in a second. Calvin is fighting. I'll get to that too. Late great Marvelous Hagler, one of my favorites. It was his birthday yesterday. Baron Davis was a beast. Yeah, now I'll get to this too in a second. Why didn't they push that right there? You know why they didn't want to push that? Because when you are valid out here, they're never gonna push the real substance. All right. Damn, I thought I had it on here, but I guess not. I'll get to it. Maybe I sent it to my guy. Let me see. Did I send it to my boy? I think I sent it to Debo. Let me look him up. Where is he? My God, I sent it to him. Right here. Here we go. Yes, right here. Here it is. I got it. Pull this up right here. I thought I posted it to my storyline. Oh, I did. They took it down. Well, let's just talk about it then, since they took it down. So you remember the game tying 3, right? The game tying 3, which is no longer up here. They took it down. Look, story unavailable. Right? The game tying 3. He double dribbled. He double dribbled and they did not call it. Right? Then there was another crucial play in that game where it was goaltending and it was a 5-point turnaround, right? Where Brunson drove to the hole and his shot was pinned off the glass after it already had hit the glass. That's goaltending. They did not call that. And the Pacers went down and hit the 3 to cut the lead to 2 or 3 at the time. And I think all of that is still lingering over. And we've seen the effects of that. Yes, we've seen the effects of that. And the Knicks are down 0-2 right now, which is it's bad. It's bad, man. But it's not over. Like I said, this is basketball. The same way they lost 2 at home, they can win 2 on the road, man. You got to be optimistic, but it's not looking good. Hold on, let me see. I got a message over here. Let's see what somebody says. I don't know what you're talking about, Gordon, but thank you anyway. Hopefully you hit the like button. Yeah, man. So 0-2. The former champion, the African, He won off last night, man. I mean, he won a title with the Toronto Raptors. He just killed the Knicks last night, man. He was in his bag, right? That's what you call that, in his bag. He was in his bag. He was he was in his Baghdad, right? He went off, man. That brother, that brother went off. Damn, the Instacart is blowing up right now. That brother went off, man. We're gonna get to this guy right here, Pat Poose and Remy Martin, in a second. They are sizzling hot. I'm gonna spend some time on them in a hot second, but let me just run through the topics on the storyline. And shout out to me for incorporating this, and guys trying to follow this format as with podcasting, but never giving me my flowers. But I'll give it to myself. But follow this format. Get you a spot, upgrade, get better equipment, come outside, do things other than sitting online, right? Listen, some of you guys, y'all sit online. I want to critique y'all right now. How you guys was always critiquing me, right? Let me use the board. The board is up, right? Let me just stop this real quick because I'm gonna critique some of you guys, right? So some of you guys, this is the God's honest truth. Now I got the board. This is a free seminar. Pay attention to the game that I'm about to give y'all, right? Um, Let me small this one up so you can see the board nice and good. There we go. Right? Some of you guys are online onlookers, right? Online. We're gonna put online right there, right? You guys do online media scrums. You know what an online media scrum is, right? To me, it's an unprofessional interview, right? It's when you have an interview or you interview somebody, but you do a media scrum. You know what a media scrum is? When you cover an event and all the media gather around a fighter, right? This is the fighter. Media, right? And you're running off questions. Some of you guys with no motion, right? Absolutely no motion. You do this on StreamYard, and it's nasty. It is. I've been saying that. Like, if you have a interviewer, right, and you have one, two, three, four, five, six, multiple people on the panel, that's a media scrum. But you're doing an online media scrum, which is nasty work. When you do a interview, point of emphasis for being professional. Two people, three people is cool, man. But when you have one, two, three, four, five, six, better, five and better, that's considered a media scrum interview online. Now, when you watch, like when the PBC does it, right? Because they do it too, but they don't do it like that. They do a virtual press conference, right? Now they have all the media there, but when they do the media scrum, everybody's not on the panel. Maybe next time, just a little bit of free game. Like I said, we're doing the mentorship. Instead of having one, two, three, four, five, six guys on the panel, maybe put them in the background. I see some of the other guys that's more seasoned. That's what they do. If they want to allow their guests or the people who support their channel to come on and ask a question, they leave them in the back. They might pull them up one at a time, right? Look, one at a time, right? A little free game today, man. How is the content looking now, man? But I just wanted to point that out, man, to some of you guys that, like I said, y'all talked about me, right? Y'all talked about me, but y'all can't even come close to some of the accomplishments that I have reeled off, man. That's just a point of emphasis for you guys that are motionless, nasty work on this internet, sit around and think you are doing something. No, that's disgusting. Next time or in the future, you're doing an online media scrum. Ugh, nasty. But hey, what do I know? But let me get back over here now. Put that right here, right? Put that right here. Yes, put that right here. So I want to go over here to my stories. Now, Pete Dobson, let me pull this up, man. Pete Dobson, shout out to Pete Dobson, Pistol Pete, NYC fireman, also professional prize fighter been there with Connor Ben. I found this to be rather funny. Now, please, Brian Norman Sr., I know you don't like me, but don't get mad at me. I seen you in NYC when you pulled the WWE, aka WWF stunt with Timothy Bradley. But this is Pete Dobson, and this is the news by Shanewz. So Pete Dobson posted Brian Norman Jr., and he basically one at him for his appearance. Yes, he is a world champion, but he said this is the most swaggerless world champion I ever seen in my life. Sun Rock in the plain, generic Everlast trunk straight out of plastic. Every fight with his name on the front. Man, tell your pops holla at Double Boxing or Havoc. Yes, that is Dre. Dre dressed up Jihad a couple times and gets you right looking like a real hillbilly. Damn. He said he's looking like a real hell. But I don't think he's going to have that problem anymore, right? He's a world champion now. So I think a lot of people probably going to be coming to his table. A lot more sponsorships and things of that nature. But, management is supposed to be doing some of these things too, right? But maybe, like I said, he's a world champion now. So when you win world titles, I don't think he'll be having that problem anymore. I think, he'll probably have a lot more sponsorship. It'd definitely be a lot more stylish. But I just found that funny. And shout out to Pete Dobson. Like I said, Pete Dobson's been in there with hitters. He fought Conor Ben on short notice. He fought Jaleel Hackett. I seen some of the comments, and people were saying, "Oh, why don't you fight Brian Norman?" He'll fight him if he got the opportunity. Pete Dobson's not a punk. So I think, people, a lot of times, if they don't really know you or you're not known like that, and then you throw a shot at a guy or something, they think, oh, you're hating. Why would he hate? Like I said, he's been in there with a Conor Ben, right? He's been in there with the crumb de la crumb, man, right? So I don't think he's hating, man. He just pointed out something that, like I said, I don't think it's going to be like that now. Especially with him fighting in Japan, I'm pretty sure that he's going to have a lot of sponsors because that is an international look. So a lot of people will probably want their patch or their, whatever business brand on his trunks. And I guarantee he'll be a lot more stylish. But I just found that rather funny. Shout out to Pete Dobson, man. The news by Shanewz, Source Experience, man. Don't be mad at me for reporting the news. Now, these two, I'm going to skip past them, but I'll stop it and briefly speak on it. So Whack and, matter of fact, we'll give this a quick glance over. How about that? We'll do it. We got time.
No. I wouldn't give a fuck what you was a neglected child raised in the hood. I wasn't. You were raised in the hood? Yeah. You was neglected. I wasn't in poverty. I wasn't in poverty. So you didn't plea bargain when you took the stand? I went to trial. That was a trial. No, you couldn't stand. I went to trial. You didn't go to trial. I went to trial. You worked against your heart in the trial. I went to trial. He went to trial. I went to trial. No, you didn't.
Yeah, now that's to me, right? I'm gonna stop. We're gonna go back. That was on the DAZN, the DAZN project. Shout out to him. He does good work too. But to me, this was two informant telling another informant that you went to trial. You told this and you told that. That's what a lot of people were saying in the comments, right? But I just found it funny that two of the biggest, most controversial characters on the internet on a podcast together. All right, Charleston White and the WAC 100. I watched another content creator, called them COINTELPRO. If you know, man. It's the internet, man. Certain people, like I said, when I pull my gun out and all that, and I'll be like, yo, it's cool when they do it. And, issue threats to people that threaten me. Like, yo, yeah, you run up on me, I'm going to put this in your head. I watch Charleston White do all the stuff like that all the time. All the time. And that's why I say what I say. It's cool when they do it. But yeah, that right there was them on the DAZN project. Definitely check it out. They talked about Nipsey and a lot of stuff. You know, those guys, I call them the shock jocks, even though they're not. You know, they get to say a lot of stuff and not get canceled or get flagged. If you are another quote unquote influencer, social media person, and you say some of the stuff that they say, you might get canceled. Just just saying. But certain people, like I said, they get to say whatever they want to say. But how is the content looking now? Let's move on, right? Yes, now this right here, this right here is nasty work on the internet part, right? This is my content right here, right? Now, I've been talking about how the internet is smoke and mirrors. It is. It's smoke and mirrors. That's why I put in my work on the internet and I pop my shit on the internet, right? Because this video that I put together yesterday, right, pretty much sums up the growth, the views, right? Going from, what I am now, a young executive, doing a lot of things behind the scenes, but I was always doing these things, whether it was media, frontline media work, whether it was reaching out to try to get sponsorships and setting up sparring and doing all these things, right? And along the journey, like I said, when I do pop out and I feel like covering events, I might interview different players in the game. And I was just showing some of that, right? Now, when I presented this video on the YouTube, as the YouTube often does, they did not put this in the algorithm. Because this right here, not only is a good look for my brand, my company, but it just shuts down a lot of the narratives, the lies, the jealous fan zone gatherings that people sit around and speak on your name, your business, your brand. And then you come out and you show something like this, right? When you flex like this, it's a different flex.
Yeah, Sauce, Shy Sauce, Sauce Experience, SAUCE. So let's get to a quick motion conversation, right? A lot of times people will talk about people. It's human nature. Shout out to Michael Jackson. Remember that song, Human Nature? People are going to talk about you. But you got to be mindful about the people that's talking about people, right? When you look at the people that they talk about, whether it's celebrities or people that...
Yes, that's a fact, though. People sit around. That's like what I'm doing right now, right? But I'm vlogging. But when you sit around amongst groups and you're talking about Terrence Crawford, or you're talking about, like, we're going to talk about Papoose and Remy in a second, right? Right? We're talking about people. And then a lot of times people talk about people behind the scenes that they know to other people that don't know these people, right? And what I'm basically trying to say is you got to be mindful of the person you get your information from. Look at that person's situation, what they do, what they got going on, and ask yourself, like, damn, are they valid? Are they a hater? Are they just jealous, right? These are facts. That's what you got to look at. Because a lot of times you sit amongst people and you take counsel from people. And that's the first thing I do. When I take, everybody takes counsel from people, right? But when you're taking counsel from somebody, and you got to really look like, all right, what do you have going on? Right? That's what I was saying about the OG shit. I was like, yo, if you calling a nigga OG and he never did nothing, he don't have no real accolades in life, but he's an OG. No, he's an old bum that, fucked his life up, and he might want to fuck your life up. Be mindful of that, right? That's why I said, when you take counsel from people, when you listening to people, and you deem people to be credible with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, be mindful of that, man. But hey, what do I know, right? What do I know? Let's move on over here.
On this episode of Forgot About Fridays, we have none other than Baron Davis. I'm telling y'all, BD was so cold with it. Bro said, I got a little birdie. Where you going? Gave Reggie a smooth in and out burger. Now to that cup. Oh my God. You know the hezzy was.
Yo, B Diddy was so cold, right? Yo, he blew his knee out twice. Remember, he blew his knee out in UCLA and still went to the league cold doing this thing. He basically played on one leg. And he had stats in the NBA. I think he was an all-star. He made an all-NBA team, maybe the third team. When he was on the Hornets, he had bounced. That's just a testament of how good of a player he was. Injuries happened, but just imagine if he stayed healthy and didn't get injured. Man, he was cold, man. He got some posters out there. Kevin Garnett, the one in Golden State, Kirilenko, AK-47. Remember AK-47? He was cold too. Russian player. Look him up, man. But how's the content looking now, man? The news by Shanewz, Source Experience, man. Yeah, that brother was cold, man. B Diddy, man.
Was on Hall of Fame. Eric Snow and I can't believe it. Somebody get a Kleenex. We got teardrop. Imagine your point guard backdooring to do this shit right here. I knew KG was gonna be a good businessman when he decided not to jump with him. He already knew what it was. You couldn't keep BD off that rim when he was in Charlotte. The in and out cross had him punch drunk lady. God damn it! Somebody call facilities. We got a
that
slip.
brother was cold.
Since Tony shit.
He was cold.
Still taking punishment.
Yes, the late great
Another right hand, and down he goes. Another right hand for Marvin Hagler.
Excellent. Warriors Warrior right there. That was the marvelous one. I had the privilege of seeing some of his apparel at the Hall of Fame this past November. He was one of my favorite fighters. One of my favorite. He's on my Mount Rushmore. Because he was just a different warrior, cut from a different cloth. He was different, man. And one of my favorite fights of all time, the 9-minute fight. Him and Tommy Hearns, man. That was probably one of the coldest fights, man. 3 rounds. 3 rounds, man. I think in those 3 rounds, right, still to this day, more action in those 9 minutes. Definitely more action in those 9 minutes than we seen in the Times Square shit from all the fights. More action in those 9 minutes than we seen at the Times Square theatrics.
Short little punches. Wings 2 over the top just for good measure, and he's got him hurt. He's got him hurt. Mugabe finally goes down.
Warrior.
In the 11th round.
Different type of warrior. Oh, now this right here, I want to show this. These are the African wild dogs. This is a pack of African wild dogs taking down a warthog, right? Just watch this, man. This is phenomenal work right here. Look at these wild dogs. About 23 of them. Those are dogs, man. These are dogs. They are considered some of the fiercest hunters in the African terrain, the African jungle, right? Not the lions, not the leopards, the dogs. They're dogs. They're not domesticated dogs. They're wild dogs. They eat their prey alive. They just took down a big warthog. Look at this. This is phenomenal work, man. How is the content looking now, man? Smash the like button, man. So we can switch it up, man. We don't have to come on here and mingle and match with people that really don't do nothing and are jealous fans. We come on here and discuss other topics, man. How is the content looking now? But yes, this was a big warthog. Look how they took him down. Look at that work. Look at that work, man. They are eating him alive right now. Now, some will say, oh, this is inhumane. This is cruel. No, this is the African terrain, the African jungle. This is Darwin right here. He said, does this hurt the warthog or the pulled pork? It's to die for. Some of these comments are hilarious. See these comments, man? The one who grabbed the nose was smart. Right? This was remarkable, man. This is a pack of dogs. Pack of dogs right there, man. That was a pack of wild dogs.
What can fans expect from Kelvin Davis on June 7th?
June 7th, y'all gonna expect fireworks. June 7th, y'all gonna see me get a continental title in front of.
Man, he said it. Woo, the fighter from Philly, Woo Albright gets out of line. He's gonna put him down. I like that talk. Shout out to Calvin Davis. Calvin Davis, the Davis brothers, they're doing big things. He's getting the opportunity to fight for a intercontinental belt, which is big. That's big. That's a good look in his hometown. I reposted that because I remember Calvin. I had the interview with him in Nasaya at the Stewart Hotel. I also have the pictures that I posted with him and my other daughter, Coach Rain. So shout out to the Davis family, official in the game. You know, they're Long Island guys, man. We still claim them. Amityville, shout out to the Ville. But they represent Norfolk, VA, but the mother is from the Ville. Yes, the Ville. So shout out to those boys. 2 weeks away. Well, basically like a week now, right? No, 2 weeks. Well, this is the 24th. So yes, 2 weeks away. 2 weeks away, June 7th, Norfolk, VA. They are putting back on for their section.
What got you the idea to launch Fight Book?
Frustration. I started managing fighters that had no.
Let me let this get some play right here.
What got you the idea to launch Fight Book?
Frustration. I started managing fighters that had no representation by promoters.
Yes, you heard what he said. Fight Book, and I was trying to explain this to some of you guys, as a platform where a fighter could go online. It's you're connected with promoters, matchmakers, managers, and you have the access to put in your information, say how much you're willing to fight for, what weight you fight at, your experience, when you're available, and Fight Book will link you up and set you up with a possible contract, a fight to your standards. But this is the creator of that, my good friend Wise Out Boxing Mark, doing an interview with Ellie Setback recording, explaining that. Now, I will let him dive in a little bit more.
And so that extra level of work you have to do as a manager, sourcing opponents for your guys and trying to find them shows to get on. It's just a very archaic process. So hopefully we.
Did you hear what he just said? Let me stop it again. When you are a manager or an agent like myself, you heard what he said, trying to find opponents, get your guys on calls. See, these are some of the things that managers do, right? And he's talking about trying to help that process with his platform, Fight Book. But he's also giving you the insides of the game. See, a lot of times you sit on YouTube, social media, you listen to these guys, they do absolutely nothing. And that's why I throw it in their faces. They are jealous fans. They don't do nothing. Did you just hear what he said, what he was trying to do? And by the way, he represents Charles Conwell, Muscle Evans, a lot of other fighters as well. He's also an advisor to one of your favorite big-time fighters, but I'm not going to put all his business out there. Maybe he will disclose that one day, but you'll be surprised who he's actually linked up to and the people that take counsel from him, But hey, what do I know? What do I know? But that's that is Wise Out Boxing Mark.
Streamline this thing and make it much easier to make fights. And we're creating an entire ecosystem. So we're going above and beyond just servicing fighters out there, but basically every service provider, everybody who's either directly or indirectly involved in the sport is going to benefit from the platform. So
Fans, media, matchmakers, promoters,
nutritionists,
sponsors,
ring card girls, ring rentals, everything. Sky's the limit. Insurance agents, attorneys, everybody who has any impact on a fighter or fighter's life has a place for Fightbook.
What got you the idea?
That is Fightbook, man. Definitely check.
What got you the idea to launch?
Never say you can't do it. Say, I haven't done it yet. I haven't done it yet. And that's true with everything. There's nothing that you can't do. You may not have done.
I like that. That's Rick Rubin, the great Rick Rubin. I just wanted to play that as well. This is for all the people that always said, yo, you can't do this, you can't do that. A lot of those same people, they are trying to act like they ignore the things that I did. Less than 10 years ago when I was still in the projects and running around in the hood, and I told people all the things that I was going to do, they said, you can't do it. Especially after the fallout with Earl Spence and those people over there, they said, you can't do it. Not only did I go on to do it, my children have done it with me. Other family members have done it with me now. So I loved that message by Rick Rubin. Never say you can't do it. You just get away from those that tell you can't, and then you throw it in their face. And you do like me. You come online, you create your own lane, you pop your shit, and just front on everybody that attempted to front on you, get in your way, and you just continue to keep growing with God and laughing at them and say to them, like I always say, but hey, what do I know? And when you going to do with some of the things that you talk about doing, right? Don't be mad at me for coming on here and popping it and popping about the things that I actually have done, do, and continue to do. But hey, what do I know? What do I know?
Canelo versus Booth's big brother, Pooh Ennis. Back him up with
This is Booth Ennis's brother, and he was holding his own. I'm gonna play this, but I'm gonna mute it because you have
Canelo versus
you have music playing. But if you look, he's holding his own. This is a superstar Canelo. This is Booth Ennis' brother. He's looking just like his father too. Look at the moves right here. This is Pooh Ennis, Booth Ennis' older brother. He's catching all those shots right there, resetting right here. Right, Canelo was getting off on him, but he wasn't. You see, he was catching a lot of shots with the gloves, right? Holding his own. This is Canelo, the real Canelo, right? Canelo uppercut right there, sent him to the ropes, right? But look, he's still calm and collected, looking at what's coming at him. Tight right here, tight guard right there. The elbows and hands is catching a lot of stuff. Caught Canelo with a nice stiff jab. Caught him with a check hook right there. Look, good movement right here, right? This is Canelo, King Canelo right here. This is Booth Ennis' older brother. High guard again right there, catching a lot of shots, right? Now, see, I'll say, oh, this isn't the bright lights, but this looks to be some sort of a media workout. A lot of cameras there, man. A lot of cameras there. Pooh Ennis looking good, man. Looking like his dad, man. Looking like OG Bozy. Look, catches those shots on the gloves. Fires off his own jab, right? Coming back. Look, this is good work, man. He's working with Canelo, man. But see, if you don't know what you're looking at, and a lot of you guys that sit online actually don't know what you're looking at, well, appreciate this. Boom, right there. Fired right back. Was hit with something and came right back, man. Excellent work, man. This is called great work, holding your own right here. Holding your own. But hey, what do I know? Look at that. Look. Good exchanges. Good exchanges, man. Good exchanges. Canelo goes downstairs. Up top, look, he goes downstairs. Look, good exchanges. That's good work right there, man. Holding your own. Holding your own against King Canelo. Now, I also want to play this and highlight this for the people that be like, oh, sparring's not fighting. What does it look like they're doing in there? It looks like they're fighting, right? Well, Canelo's trying to take his head off, man. Canelo's trying to take his head off. Look, boom, he's coming right back, though. But they're not fighting. They're sparring. They're sparring. They're not fighting. They're sparring. That's you listen to these guys that don't do nothing in boxing other than, like I said, sit online and lollygag. That was great work right there. Shout out to Pooh Ennis, man. That's Bootsy's older brother.
Canelo.
That is his older brother. That is another video I just dropped right there. But I just wanted to run through that real quick. Let me do a quick time. Took 40 minutes. 40 minutes I've been cooking, man. But now we're going to get to Papoose, man. We're going to get to Papoose and Remy Martin. Man, Papoose and Remy have been in the headlines the last couple of days. Remy is looking like a real scorned woman. This right here triggered it. Right here, we'll just play a little bit of this. Right. Now, this was when Papoose went live and talked about her being like a loose goose and cheating on him. He told a lot of the stuff that was going on. But I think it was yesterday, Remy was on live and Pap jumped on a live, right? And I think she said something like she was laid up. She was laid up the other day or some shit, right? Is it on her? What's her name? Let me see. Yes, it might be right here. It might be right here. Is this it right here? This might be it right here. I think this is it right here. Let me see. So Pap jumped on for a hot second, right? And
hello.
Right, Pap jumped on for a
Happy
hot
rainy
second.
Thursday. Yeah.
Yeah, this is it right here. I'm not gonna play the whole thing, but this is it right here. If you have time, play this live. Well, Pap jumped on, and wait, is this the one? It might not be this one. It is one out there. I gotta find it for you. I'll probably do a video on it. But Pat jumped on her live, right? And her reaction, first off, she has her situation, he has a situation, right? But she keeps highlighting the fact that he's 47, I think she said. 46, 47, whatever age he is. And Clarissa's 30 years old, right? And she was throwing a lot of low blow shots at him, probably saying, yeah, you begged me for a baby. You're probably begging her for a baby. All these things, right? And shout out to Clarissa, too, for holding him down, right? Clarissa cleared up a lot of stuff. Clarissa already said that Pap is not her manager. Pap is not her manager. He says, the gap in your teeth is bigger than your brains. It's not a gap. I have a chip too. But thank you, Luke. And Luke, the gap between your mother's legs is so wide, that is why you came through it. But hey, what do I know? But yeah, so to me, Remy's salty, man. Because Pap's bounce back is like he's in the loop right now, man. He's in the loop, right? Not only is he in the loop, right? She's referring to Pap as Clarissa's manager, which he's not. They are an item right now, and he's also, as Clarissa stated, he's an asset to what she got going on. He's not a liability. Like Remy wanted to put him out there as somebody that is like a freeloader and a bum. But I think Remy's just salty, man, because like I said, Pap's bounce back, and what to me what triggered it, right? When you watch the live that I'm talking about, maybe I could pull it up. Hold on, let me see if I can find if I search, because I'm pretty sure the video is out there. But you know what it is? When I use people's content, I like to give them their flowers, man. I don't like to just take people's stuff, right? I just don't like to take people's stuff, right? And is it this one right here? Well, let me see. This might be it right here.
We can't tolerate.
Hold on, I'm gonna pull it up. Pap jumped on her live and she lost her mind, man. He put the screen picture with Clarissa, and yeah, you could just tell it really triggered her to the point where she was like, she was really in her feelings, man. But like I said, here it is right here. This is it. This is it right here.
And every time you bring your little girly self on here and saying something, I'ma drag you. Every time, Willie. I'm gonna drag you every time, Willie. Every time. I was just trying to get back with you yesterday. Get back with what? Get back with what? Why the fuck would I be trying to get back with you, sir? Stop lying to these people. Did y'all look at the date on that file? Oh, it's so easy to file. He filed that today. He filed this today. Who gave you the money? They gave you the money. You should be thankful. Look at me doing you favors again. I got y'all lit. All the blogs pick y'all up. You can use all my perks, all my front row perks, all my jewelry perks, all my jacket perks. Y'all lit. I got y'all lit. And look at me again, still doing you favors. I got your lawyer retained. Look at him. Look at him over there, emotional. And every time
she said he was emotional, right? Yo, she said he was emotional. My eye sockets are popping out my head. Yo, Luke, man, go suck your mother. Go suck your mother, Luke. Right? You gotta see, man, this isn't the one with Pat. When Pat pulls up on the live, she loses her mind, man. She loses her mind. She was hurt, man. He put the picture with him and Clarissa.
Come on. Woo.
He put the picture with him and Clarissa.
Oh, I'm never posting nothing because people don't
no one
understand.
likes you, Luke.
When I type shit out and when I write shit, they don't understand.
You know,
I am
you
live.
know what, I'm gonna do you a favor, Luke. Here.
When I type things in, people don't understand. Turn that camera on, ugly, and tell your lies. Don't type your lies. Tell them. Speak while people talking to you. You read the comments. You can't keep up with them if you do that, right?
Classic.
I'll wait. Because I've been sitting by my phone all fucking day because I know you can't take the L. You can't take the public people not on your dick. You can't take that, right? Every time you come up, mentions me, says anything, or do anything.
Come on. She's still running with that narrative on him, right? And that's nasty work, right? But I think that's why she's hurt, man. Right? That's why she's hurt, right? Because apparently she, like I said, Clarissa's hot, man. Clarissa's the world heavyweight champion, right? She has what I like to call major motion, right? Now, when Pat was, when Pat, right? Yeah, when Pat was she was rocking with Easy the Block Captain, and it was looking like, she was shitting like, this dude right here, you're with him, right? Right? It's like, yo, let that man shine now, man. Right? Let that man shine, man. you did you, and it looked like Pat was out here looking crazy. He done bounced back. He got Clarissa. Like I said, Clarissa got major motion, but now you making it trying to seem like he's leeching off of her, and it's just nasty work, man. But to me, Remy looks very salty, very, very salty, man. Like you look like a salty, scorned woman, and you shouldn't be that way, especially being that, like I said, you have your situation, right? You have your situation, right? But it is what it is, man. How is the content looking now? But Remy's just, man, I told you this. I said this yesterday, and I specifically saved my live to really break this down. I said this is going to be good for Carissa and what she got going on. Because you heard what she said. I got you guys lit in all the blogs. No, they went to Gleason's, right? I'm telling you, this is, to me, what triggered it, right? And shout out to Crystal Frost. That is Remy's, not Remy. That is Carissa's publicist. Yo, they did a media workout in Gleason's. And that shit was big on the low, right? It was big enough to where, they had Papoose. Well, he didn't do the mitts with her there, but the mid video where he's working the mitts with her surfaced. Also him on the speed bag. But that media workout made Remy go in her bag. Remy just popped out, man.
And every time you bring your little girly self on here and saying something, I'ma drag you. Every time, Willie. I'm gonna drag you every time, Willie.
Oh,
every time. I was just trying to get back with you yesterday. Get back with what? Get back with what? Why the fuck would I be trying to get back with you, sir? Stop lying to these people. Did y'all look at the date on that file? Oh, it's so easy to file. He filed that today. He filed this today. Who gave you the money? They gave you the money. You should be look at me doing you favors again. I got y'all lit. All the blogs pick y'all up. You could use all my perks, all my front row perks.
Nah, I don't think you did that, Remy. Like I said, shout out to Crystal. Crystal Frost is their publicist, man. This is a major play though. But like I said, Clarissa, eat this up too, man. This is good motion for you as well. You got that fight coming up in July. And this is a win-win for everybody across the board. But I just think Remy is looking very salty. Very, very salty, man. How is the content looking now? How are we looking, man? How are we looking, man? But yeah, man. Pap got it. Pap is in his bag right now. Pap said you was trying to get back with him, man. I gotta find that video. Let me try to find that video real quick, man. Because when he threw his screen saver picture, whatever it's called, your picture when you turn the camera off, his picture is him and Clarissa. Yo, that's you just seen it like, yo, that shit hurt, right? It made Remy lose it, like she glitched. She glitched. She pulled up on her live and said a couple things and then slid off. Yo, it glitched her out, man. She couldn't even hide it. She couldn't even hide it, man. See, they've been making their rounds, right? They've been making their rounds. This was them together at this was them together at the fights in Times Square. Shout out to the couple. Like I said, you didn't really get them in the blogs. I mean, they stepping, man, and you seeing that. They on the stages right now. And you and Easy to Block or whoever, y'all, that shit is kind of not even popping right now. That is not even kind of popping right now. You and Easy to Block. You and Easy to Block aren't even popping. You and Easy to Block aren't popping right now. So right, you and Easy to Block, right? I need to find that video, man. You know what I gotta start doing? When I see the videos or somebody sends them to me, I gotta just start sharing them. I need to just start sharing them. But he kind of crushed, yo. He put the picture. Yeah, he put the picture of him and Clarissa. That's his screensaver or whatever it's called when you go off camera. You know, and Remy lost it. Yeah, she told him he don't smell good. His cologne, she don't like his cologne. Like, damn, boy, he really sparked you right there. Matter of fact, I think my man, did my guy over here. I know I use a lot of his content. Let me see. He might have it. Let me see. Where is he at? King Production. Is it production? Hold on. Let me find my guy's shit real quick. Let me blow this up right here, right? And then I'll find it over here. But how's the content looking, y'all? Happy Memorial Weekend. Happy Memorial Weekend, y'all. I'm gonna find it. That's what I'm doing right now, y'all. See, I got in here early today. Nice and early. That way I knock the professional setting out. Maybe even do a couple pre-recorded videos too while I'm here. And get those ready for the rest of the day as well, you know? And let me see. Let me go over here. Let me go over here.
when I type things in, people don't understand. Turn that camera on, ugly, and tell your lies. Don't type your lies. Tell them. Speak while people talking to you. You read the comments, you can't keep up with them if you do that, right? I'll wait. Because I've been sitting by my phone all fucking day because I know you can't take the L. You can't take the public people not on your dick. You can't take that, right? Every time you come up, mentions me, says anything, or do anything that I don't. Come on.
Damn, I cannot find that video, man. I want the video. Man, that's the best one, man. Cause it like sparked to. It really sparked to. You know, he came on camera, and then he showed the picture of him and Clarissa as his screen thing. It was over. Yo, it was over, man. It was over. But maybe I'll find it once I shut the live down, and I'll use it for my video.
Hold on. Let's scroll down. Oh, yeah. And there was no shots to go to Africa. It was pills. How do I know? Because the text came to my phone because he's still on my health insurance.
Yeah, this shit is just messy, man. This shit is messy right now, man. Between them two, it is so messy, right? But it's good for the bloggers, right? See, this is good for the bloggers, right?
Let's scroll down. Oh, yeah. And there was no shots to go to Africa. It was pills. How do I know? Because the text came to my phone because he's still on my health insurance. He just didn't want you to go. That's all. So he could sit over there and call me every day about how being here just makes me think about everything. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Yesterday, let's scroll down. Oh, yeah. And there was no shots to go to Africa. It was pills.
Come on, man.
How do I know? Because the text came to my phone because he's still on my health insurance. He just didn't want you to go. That's all. So he could sit over there and call me every day about how being here just makes me think about everything. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Yesterday, let's scroll down. Oh, yeah. And there was no shots to go to Africa. It was pills. How do I know? Because the text came to my phone because he's still on my health insurance. He just didn't want you to go.
Yo, Pat got her in her feelings, man. Listen, anytime as a man, right, you bounce back, and you bounce back like I said, Remy is Remy, right? But Clarissa's on another level, man. Clarissa's on another level, man. Right? Is that a fair assessment, right? right? I'm about to close out, man. I hit my hour mark, right? Yo, is that a fair assessment that when you look at the situation, what people call on the phone, right? When you look at the situation, when you look at the situation that Papoose is in, right? And you say like, yo, his bounce back is incredible, right? Because the female that he's dealing with now is an upgrade. Real talk. She's an upgrade from what's her name? She's an upgrade from Clarissa. Like I said, upgrade from Remy. Clarissa's the heavyweight champion, man. She's the undisputed champion. Whereas Remy, like I said, Remy was a rapper, platinum artist, does a thing. But there's levels. There's levels. Clarissa's on a different level, man. Younger. Her ceiling, she hasn't even hit her ceiling, where I think Remy has hit her ceiling, right? So this is what we're working with here, man. But how is the content looking now, man? How is the content looking now, man? I think it's looking real good. My man Luke came over here hating. I didn't, I got into him with him a little bit, but I just let him what's the name? I just let him drown out, right? Just drown him out. But this is the Source Experience, man. The News by Shanewz, media, marketing, management, merchandise, consultant agent, man. You do have options, man. You do have options. You do have options. This is the Source, man. I'm gonna do my pre videos right now too while I'm in here. Knock those out real quick. And everybody have a great weekend. I'm gonna shoot to the gym real quick too. Let me see. That's why I came in here early. I think the guys are leaving at 1, right? Let me see what my guys. Oh, he called me. Damn, I didn't even see that. Go over to the gym and exercise, man. Today's a good exercise day, man. Today's a good exercise day, man. Well, I had somebody in here the whole time. Appreciate that, man. Hopefully you hit the like button, man. Somebody was watching the whole time. There we go. Yo, I'm about to go down to the gym and exercise.
The gym's closed.
No, it's open. It's open.
Who opened it?
It's open. Dennis is coming down there. And they're leaving at 1 o'clock.
Dennis said it's closed.
Oh, Dennis ain't coming today?
He said it's closed.
Oh, man.
I called him.
Oh, so, yeah, but they're leaving out of there at 1 o'clock. I thought they would be down there. So they're not down there?
No, he said he got to go to the doctor.
Oh, so yeah, AB and them is coming at 1 o'clock to head out.
AB?
Yeah, they're right.
AB and them believe it.
At 1 o'clock, yeah, they're meeting up at the gym at 1. I thought they would be down there now.
Nah.
All right.
Dennis said it was closed today.
Oh, damn, I wanted to get my exercise. So I guess I'll go to the park. I'm going to shoot over to the park then. Yeah, I'll go to the park and do some set. I wanted to go. I'm doing it right now. I'm about to wrap it up. I've been here since 9 o'clock. I got it out the way early. I'm on the podcast now. Yeah, I'm about to leave. I'm about to break the. No, I'm about to go do all that right now. That's why I did the podcast now.
Okay. All right.
So I can go do my deliveries. Yeah. I'm about to head out now.
What's the name by the girl?
July. I'm talking about her now. July. She's fighting in July.
July, where's she fighting at?
In Michigan, where she's from.
Oh, Michigan. Oh, okay.
Yeah. But you got
She's from where Mayweather is from.
Flint. Nah, Mayweather's from Grand Rapids. She's from Flint.
Oh, okay.
But they all from Michigan, you know, Midwest. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
She's looking pretty good there.
Yeah. She's trending. She's trending right now. She's hot. She got the sauce. She got the motion.
Well, I saw maybe I could get the money punching like that.
He'll be all right.
Get better.
Gotta just keep working with him.
Hopefully.
Just keep working with him.
Yeah.
Keep working with him. That's all.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn, but I'm glad you told me that the gym is. I'm about to go to the park then. And then I'm gonna go do a couple of orders. Yeah. And I'm gonna do a couple of orders. But I was gonna head to the gym.
So, gym's closed. That's what that is.
Yeah. They'll be there at 1 o'clock though. Because they taking the van. I think they got the van.
Oh, they got the van.
Yeah, they got the van.
Oh, okay.
They're gonna drive.
What's that said he wasn't? He didn't tell me he was taking the van.
Yeah, they taking the van. I think they got the van. That's why they meeting at the gym.
We should go with him.
I was thinking about it. I'd rather drive myself though. But I'm gonna make me some money, man. They're not staying. I thought they were staying up there. If they were staying up there, I was gonna go. They're not staying. I don't wanna ride back because I was gonna go to Albany and do some other stuff too, but they're not staying. So I don't wanna drive 2 hours and then drive 2 hours back tonight.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Look, let me wrap up the equipment and then I'm gonna call you right back.
All right.
All right. Later. But yeah, let me wrap this up. And damn, so the gym is closed. I'm gonna hit the park up then, man. But this is the Source Experience. How's the content looking now, man? How's the content looking now? Shanewz, man. Media marketing, management, consultant, agent. You know, you do have options. You do have options.
Like, subscribe, and hit that bell.